In less than 2 hours, the U.S. Supreme Court will consider the historic case that began in Colorado in September. Does the 14th Amendment disqualify former President Trump from Colorado's primary ballot and perhaps ballots in other states?
Our political reporter Marshall Zellinger is live in Washington, D.C. this morning, where people camped out overnight to try to watch this hearing in person. Marshall, good morning.
Good morning, Jordan and Corey. I'll tell you, it's been a long time since I waited in line for access to anything. Back in the 90s, I used to have to wait outside of a soundtrack to get concert tickets, but that would be like an hour or two ahead of the event. These people have camped out. Most of the people here have camped out overnight. Some people showed up when they had line sitters apparently waiting overnight. It started at 2 p.m. Tuesday Denver time, even though the hearing doesn't start until 8 a.m. Denver time. So that's quite the effort to go inside, and not even a guarantee to get inside the Supreme Court. The first 50 or so people will get inside because there's about 50 spots. If you're 51, you might have waited for nothing. There's someone who does not have to worry about guaranteed access inside, and that's Norma Anderson, the namesake of Trump versus Anderson. Anderson, a Republican and former state lawmaker, put her name, one of 6 Colorado voters who put her name on the lawsuit that challenged the eligibility of former President Trump. Based on the 14th Amendment's insurrection clause, arguing his involvement on January 6, 2021 disqualifies him from running for president, no different than being younger than 35 or not being a natural-born citizen.
They don't tell us who to put on our ballots, the federal government. We decide who goes on our ballot. So if it becomes a states' rights issue, I think we win.
Anderson told me she is apprehensive, excited, and concerned. Perhaps the same emotions that the people in line had overnight waiting to see if they get inside, and perhaps some of the emotions that countless media members, including ourselves and all the people behind us here, have as we wait for 55 minutes, or no, an hour and 55 minutes. The time change is screwing me up, Jordan and Corey.
And you're also not usually up this early either, right?
Yes. So Marshall, in an hour and 55 minutes, once you go inside, what's the timeline for today?
Argument is slated for 80 minutes, 40 minutes for the Trump side, 30 minutes for Norma Anderson's team, and 10 minutes was set aside for Democratic Secretary of State Jenna Griswold's attorney from the Attorney General's office to also argue. But I've been warned, just because it's set for 80 minutes doesn't mean it's going to be just that amount of time. One of the lawyers who is helping the team of lawyers arguing in front of the Supreme Court told me that they're anticipating perhaps up to 3 hours. We're not allowed electronics inside, and I can only pen and paper so much. So I'm hoping closer to the 80 minutes than the 3 hours.
Back to your days as a cub reporter. Well, no matter how long this may last, we know you'll be paying very close attention to every second. Marshall, we look forward to your coverage. Thank you.